Thank you guys for joining me live from the grooming table. I am Amy Lee, certified professional pet groomer since 2003, but it is absolutely my pleasure to share with you the secrets of the grooming industry so that you can provide quality care for your beloved pets at home. And we do just that every Monday at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'm so excited. I cannot even stand it. I have a whole list of notes here. They got away from me there for a second, but I brought them back. I got a really great show planned for you guys tonight. I'm so excited. Okay, so we got a lot of things going on. Okay, tonight is packed full of secrets and surprises for you and your pet. Yes! I can't wait. We have a special subscriber giveaway. I can't wait. Remember 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago in my video titled Make Your Dog's Coat Soft, there's a link in the description for that video if you guys didn't see it. I asked you, what tool did I use to remove all that dead coat from my GoldenDoodle Gus? What coat, you may ask? Well, let me show you a quick little picture. This coat. I removed all this coat from my non-shedding GoldenDoodle Gus. What tool did I use to do that? Well, that's where you guys came in. So I really enjoyed reading all your responses from the comments in that video because I asked you to respond in the video comments. What tool did I use to remove all that coat from Gus? And it was great to hear the feedback because I see you guys have been paying attention. You really have. I mean, it's been good. I was so impressed with the feedback and the results that you guys were giving back to me. But today, one of you will win your own absorber towel if you answered that question correctly. Did you see my absorber towel video? If you guessed the correct tool that I used to de-shed, not to de-shed, I don't de-shed Gus. I removed coat from Gus. If you guessed the correct tool, then your name was entered in a random name picker program that I have sitting waiting. You must be in the chat to win, so stick around because this is coming right up for you and it's going to be great. I can't wait. One of you is going to win it. But before we do that, we have an even better demo. Even better than an absorber towel giveaway? Well, yeah, this is good. So what is the demo tonight, you may wonder? Well, let me tell you, my friends, I cannot wait to tell you. A few days ago, I released yet another video. I'm always releasing videos. That's all I do. That one is titled How to Dry Your Dog Fast. If you haven't seen that, there's a link for it in the description below as well. That is a wonderful video. In that video, it was sponsored by the Absorber Pro Dry Towel. And the company sent me several to use in my salon for a week or so that I could give the product an honest review. But that's not all that they did. They also sent 2 absorber towels for my viewers, for you guys, for me to give away. So tonight we're going to find out who's going to get that first absorber towel. We're going to give another one away in a couple weeks. But in our demo tonight, I'm excited. I'm so excited for it because I'm not only going to use the absorber towel. Gosh, can't I turn my notifications off? I'm not only going to use the absorber towel on my own GoldenDoodle Gus. I am going to use it in that demo because he is such a thick coat and he is a good test to see what a product will do. If we're never sure what to do, we're going to use it on Gus, okay guys? Because he is like an absorber dog. So it's great to see an absorber towel on Gus. But I also will show you exactly how I removed all that dead coat from him so that you can benefit from those techniques. So I'm also going to show you how I did remove that dead coat like I showed in 2 demos ago. And this we can thank one of our friends out there, if you're watching, Lizette Callis. She's the one that triggered this, guys. She was asking me to prove this product's worth by using it on Gus. His coat is the ultimate challenge, and I can't wait to share this with you all tonight. It was a good, I thought that's perfect. So guess what? I had to quickly give Gus, there's no quickly giving Gus a brush out, bath, and dry. But I did for a demo. I put it together for you guys, and I can't wait because that's what I'm throwing down for you tonight, and it's going to be wonderful. And then we're going to find out who gets to win that absorber towel. Who's in the lineup for the absorber towel? Well, let's take a little peek. We got Ginger Hughes, we got TG, we got Mary, MS Love to Draw, Gina G, Blair Garth, Manuel Marquez, Raquel Grant, Bianca Bowman, Sarah Houseman, and Debbie Jack. You are all entered to win that absorber towel because you answered the question correctly. What was the answer to the question? But you're going to have to watch the demo because I show you in the demo how I removed that coat from Gus. So I'm not going to tell you right now. But obviously, those 10 people know because they answered correctly. Now, before we do all that, I want to say hello to you guys. It's been a holiday weekend. It's been wonderful. And it's been busy. But here we are back again on Mondays where we always find each other happy and willing to share and learn and just become better together. That's what we do. So I want to say hello to you guys because you are wonderful and this show is nothing without you. So today we are welcoming Raquel Grant, my girl's here. Miles is feeling better, her Labradoodle, and I'm so glad to hear it because he was very sick. Cindy J's here, my Aunt Cindy. She was just here in Pennsylvania. Now she's in Indiana, but I don't think she's in Indiana yet. I think she's listening while she's driving. Aren't you, Aunt Cindy? Or Shay is, because Shay's with her. Debbie Jack's here. I'm so glad to see you, Debbie. She is wonderful to have in our chats. Raquel, my Aunt Cindy, and Debbie. Oh, let's just scroll down. I'm getting lost here. Autumn Weems, hey, there's a new face. Very nice to see you. She says, hi, I'm a self-taught groomer and I run a low-income grooming out of my house and I love to watch your videos. Well, we'd love to have you here, Autumn. Thanks for joining us. We're really delighted to see you tonight. I think we need to give you a big welcome. What do you think, guys? Yeah. Welcome, Autumn. It's nice to have you. So we have our Lexi Galaxy Art. She's here. I love you, Lexi. Thanks for coming. Mary's here. Hello, everyone. Hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving, she says, and she means it. And she had a wonderful Thanksgiving, I know, because her daughters came to spend the holiday with her in her new home with her beautiful 2 Havanese dogs. And I bet you guys had a wonderful holiday, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy they came to see you, Mary. So we have Annie Kennedy. Hi, sweetheart. I love my Annie Kennedy. She's our essential oil queen. If anybody has any questions about essential oils, Annie can hook you up. She knows everything about them, and she has pretty much every oil that has ever found itself on this planet. Norma's here. Hi, Norma. I hope that you had a wonderful holiday, too, with Binky and Duke and your family. And hi, Desiree. Nice to see you. Oh, I'm so glad. Why can't I turn my notifications off? This is annoying. I'm sorry. It's probably not annoying you guys, but it's annoying me. Okay, Desiree, it's good to see you, honey. She's excited, too. Well, we're excited. Can you tell? I'm always excited. And CD's here. Oh, honey, you're going to love this. Thanks for joining us. I'm glad you could be here. And Woods Fantastic is here. Thank you for promoting responsible coat care. You are absolutely welcome. That's what I do here. I do it for you. I do it for your pets. I do it because it's the right thing to do. And we're all going to grow together and become knowledgeable together. There's no reason not to share this information. No reason at all. Yeah, Lexi, she's full of love. We love Lexi. Cindy says, yes, I'm listening, but I'm driving. And Minnie Go Groomer is got the phone. See, Shay's with her. They're driving from Pennsylvania to Indiana. I would imagine you're almost home, probably about 100 miles or so, Aunt Cindy. I'm so glad you guys are listening. Hi, Shay. I miss you already, honey. Now, guys, I just can't wait. Let's jump right into this demo. You're going to love it. I think it's about 15 minutes long, but just because you know I don't hold out on you guys. I don't just quickly throw stuff together and say, here, watch this. Did you learn anything? No, I'm going to show you how I removed that coat from my non-shedding GoldenDoodle. This coat right here, this dead hair. This is dead hair, and we only want to take out what is willing to come out whenever we remove any kind of coat from any type of dog breed. We always want to take what's willing to come out. We don't want to force it out. Hi, Go Groomer husband. There's my beautiful man. I hope he's not driving. He better not be. No, he's home. Okay, so guys, I'm going to put this on for you. I can't wait. And when we're done viewing the demo, then we're going to go ahead and do that giveaway. Somebody's going to win this right here. This is your very own absorber towel. And you're going to see in the demo if you should be excited about that or not. I say yes. I say yes, get excited. Okay, let's go. Let's throw this demo up for you guys. You're gonna love it, okay? I'll see you here, but I will be in the chat. If you have any questions, throw them in there. I'm watching, I'm with you. We're in this together. All right, here we go. So guys, I just washed Gus, and I'm going to demonstrate for you how I use an absorber towel to dry him. Now this is damp. You want to use them damp. So you would wet it, you wring it out, which I have already done, but let me see if I can get any more water out of this because they're very absorbent. Right, Gus? You wring it out. I can get a little more water out of it. And you use it. Now as you're using it, you continue to wring it out and keep using it. So I'm going to show you. I have just washed him. I haven't even touched him with the dryer. I usually squeegee off any loose water out of the coat by squeezing it before I start toweling them off. Now we're going to use the absorber towel today to towel him off. So this is what I do. I squeeze him off. Just squeeze as much water out of the coat as I can. He is a GoldenDoodle in full coat, so he has a lot of it. Not full coat, well, yeah. I just gave him a haircut recently, but he has a lot of coats. So now what I'm gonna do, we're gonna start with his face and his ears and his head. And it's very soft. I do wanna say that. And I just kind of squeeze the water into the absorber towel and just press into his skin with the absorber towel. And it will collect a lot of water. Trust me, it's pretty amazing. So one of my subscribers wanted to see this demonstrated on Gus, and I thought, absolutely, Gus would be the perfect dog to demo the absorber on because he's very large. So I've just toweled his ears and his head, and you can see I'm wringing out water. See that? That's off of my dog. I know. Don't be scared, Gus. Okay, so I'm wringing it out. I'm going to continue to use it. We're just going to continue to use it on Gus. And I haven't got him up on a table yet. I'm going to do that in a second. So I'm just coming down his body, pressing the absorber towel into the skin and squeezing the hair. It will just absorb it like a sponge. That's how it works. But what I like about it is it saves you so much space. And having to wash dirty dog towels, you don't have to put these in the washing machine, guys. I do want to stress that. You can, what I do with these in my grooming shop, and it always helps when your dog shakes water out too. Thank you for that. I put these in a bucket with about 1/4 cup of vinegar and about 1/4 cup of baking soda and soak them. Only for like an hour. You can soak them overnight if you want. Then you wring them out, just like I just did, and roll them up and put them in a container, either the tube that they came in, or I put mine, because I have several of them, I put them into a plastic bag and wait to use them tomorrow. They will not mold, they will not mildew if you properly store them like I just explained. I also did a demo on the absorber towel that's very informative, and I did that demo last week, and I will link that in the card as well as in the description of this video, so you can just go click on it and you can see how the absorber towel works and what the benefits are for it as a groomer, as a pet owner. And it's not just for grooming. Look at this water. I'm using the same towel, you know. I just keep wringing it out, and it almost dries. As you wring it out, it's ready for use again. So let's get him turned around and do the other side. And remember, I haven't gotten him out of the tub yet. I'm still towelling him off directly after I washed him. And you just let this towel absorb the water out of your dog like a sponge. It's wonderful. It's very space saving, it's energy saving because you're not washing towels, drying them, which can be quite expensive, and I was doing that a lot. Normally I would use on a dog like Gus, this is what I'm getting out of him. Normally I would use probably about 3 big thick towels. So that's 3 big thick towels, you know, and just to give you an idea, in my washing machine, I would do probably about no more than 8 big thick towels in a load. So that's not even 2 GoldenDoodles worth of drying. You can imagine how many towels we're using. But as a pet owner, it's very convenient too, and you only need 1. As a groomer, you really only need 1. That's the honest truth, because you wring it out and you continue to use it. I like to have a couple in case I have a dog that has some questionable skin or very dirty, stinky, then I will not use that towel on another dog that day. I will soak it in the vinegar and the baking soda before I would use that towel again on a dog. But he feels great already. We're just about ready to get him out of the tub, and when we do, I'm going to also demonstrate to you how I prep this coat and keep him from becoming matted. It's really a great procedure that I do on these dogs. I would do it on a poodle, a doodle. I would do it on most any dog that has coat, to be honest. Doesn't matter the coat type. Even a double coated dog. So I'm going to show you how I remove dead coat from Gus gently, safely, and effectively on the table before I dry him. I do it before I dry him, not when he's dry. So first thing I want to do is get as much water out of him with this absorber towel. And I am very impressed. He feels pretty good and dry already. It's amazing. And you just wring it out and you keep using it. Just keep on going until your dog is completely toweled off and you have pulled so much water out of this coat that you don't need to dry because you've pulled the water out. And you also want to pull as much water out of a dog's coat because water does have bacteria in it, and we want to remove as much water off the skin and coat as possible. I like to have all my dogs completely dry before I work with them. But that's not always something people can do at home. So next thing we're going to do is just get him out on this table, and we're going to start working the coat, and I'm going to show you how nice this towel worked for us prior to working with our de-shedding, dematting, detangling tools, anything like that. The next step after we've toweled him off and before we use my magic secret dematting, de-shedding, de-hairing, detangling tool, we need to brush him. Now, I've been brushing him for a few minutes. I've gotten a little bit of hair out in the brush. This is dead hair. But wait till you see what we're going to remove with the tool I'm going to show you in a second. But before we can use that tool, we must brush through the entire dog's coat gently while it's wet with a brush so that we're pulling out any very loose dead hair, as well as we're going to enable that tool to glide nicely and gently through his coat. That's important. We don't want to force tools through our dog's coats. And with the de-shedding tool, detangling tool that I'm about to show you guys, this step right here of pre-brushing is very important. So that's why I'm showing you this. Good job. Yes. And now let the magic begin. We're going to use a Mars Coat King. All the products and tools that I'm using in this demo today, guys, linked in the description below so you can pick them up for yourself. I've had this tool for a long time, and this is how I use it on Gus. while he's damp. I've toweled him, I've brushed him out completely, wet. And now if anything wants to come out of this coat, it will come out with this tool. This is the tool that I demonstrated a couple weeks ago when I asked everybody how they thought I removed all that hair from Gus's coat. This is the tool that did it. And it's amazing. And this is how I did it. And gently, just asking the tool to remove what wants to come out. I'm not ripping through the coat. I'm gently working down with the lay of the coat. That's very important. And you don't want to keep working the same area over and over, because just like a brush, you can cause brush burn. The areas that I choose not to coat king are those areas that I like to see fuller, like his tail, his ears, his top knot. I don't use a coat king on those areas because I like them very full and fluffy. This will also give the illusion that your dog has much more coat than they actually do, all while allowing it to be manageable for you to keep brushed out. You will not believe how manageable the coat is when you use a coat king, even on a poodle coat. He definitely has a poodle coat. And you all know that. You know Gus very well. So gently with the lay of the coat. This is how it's done, guys. This is a true secret, professional grooming secret. Not all groomers take advantage of this technique. They may be afraid to do it. It's one that you have to approach properly, or you could damage the skin and the coat. So you can see my big fluffy hairy GoldenDoodle, I'm able to get a comb through him. Do you notice that down here, I'm getting a little bit of resistance with the comb? I'm gonna go at that area with the coat king, gently. If this were a mat, which it's not a mat, it's just an abundance of hair. This is how easy it would be to demat your dog. Gently. If they were severely matted, you're gonna have that dog shaved and start over. Because the key to maintaining a coat like this is definitely a routine scheduled groom, whether that's at home or with a groomer or both. But this dog I just washed not quite 3 weeks ago, and he was ready for another bath because he has this much coat. And it's important that I do keep up with his coat, keep it clean, keep it brushed in between bathing. Yes, that's your coat. And that's very important if I want to keep this guy in this much coat. Otherwise, he would become matted. This hair that I'm pulling out is dead hair. It is just not as easy to release this from a coat type like Gus's with just a brush. You would be at it a lot longer. But at the same time, I do want to say that it's very important to brush them first so that the brush can remove any dead coat easily. And let this tool work a little bit harder for you. And we've already gotten this much coat out of Gus, and I just did this full exact same process with him not quite 3 weeks ago. This is a maintenance schedule that he is on. And I don't do this once every 3-4 months. I do this every time I bathe Gus. If I feel his coat is very maintainable, maybe I'll skip this coat king part of the groom occasionally when I bathe, brush, and wash him. But if I feel I'm having trouble keeping up with it, brushing him out in between baths, then I will come in and do a little bit of coat king work to tame down this coat so that I can keep him. He doesn't like his paws messed with, and that is a typical doodle thing. But I like to keep him in coat. but I certainly don't want to keep him in a matted coat. And if I didn't use this Coat King as part of his grooming maintenance, I don't think I would be able to keep Gus in this much coat because I just wouldn't have the time to try to maintain it. The same thing here. I have a lot of coat on Gus in the nape of his neck just to fill this in a little, make him look more massive. I just gently run this through, guys. It will pull out the dead hair. And he's a non-shedding breed. Keep that in mind. I'm not de-shedding this GoldenDoodle. We're removing dead coat. We're thinning down the coat safely. And it just lays beautifully and it becomes more maintainable. That's what we're doing. So we can still have our beautiful GoldenDoodles in coat, but it's a coat that's maintainable. It's a coat that we can get a comb through. Because if you can't get a comb through it, it's no good. You got to rethink your maintenance schedule. You got to email Go Groomer and say, what am I doing wrong? How can I keep my doodle from matting? I got all kinds of maintenance schedules we can talk about, guys, that will set you up for success with your pets, or if you're a professional groomer. The doodle coat can be a handful. So I'll show you what he looks like when he's all dry. And right now I'm going to show you the hair that I got out of him. This is what we got out of Gus today. And I just did this 3 weeks ago, this exact routine that I'm sharing with you guys today. This is what we got out of Gus today. I'll show you what he looks like when he's done. Oh, it didn't show up. I have my star shower on. I was trying to be all festive for the holiday. Okay, that was a fail. Now I have nobody to turn. Gus, go turn the lights on. You can't see it. I wonder why it's not showing up. No, it's because of this light, probably. Ah, darn it. Oh well, I was trying to surprise you guys. Now I just messed up my whole live stream. Holy moly. Look, there you can see it. All right, back to business. So, honey, come and turn my lights back on for me, please. All right, I saw a couple questions in there. Guys, this was a good demo. I was so happy to do this. I think it's very important that I show you how to use these tools. Look, there's a star shower right on my face. Anyway, Autumn says, can I ask you why you keep his legs long? Just curious. I really like the way it looks. I have done my share of competition grooming, and this light is good. And I just love the artistic edge of grooming, the artistic flair that you can do with grooming. I could obviously just take a guard comb down Gus completely and call it good. But what I shared with you guys today with the Coat King, you would want to utilize that technique regardless of if you were using snap-on combs or if you were leaving your dog in a lot of coat. Either way, you want to tame, thanks honey. You want to tame down that coat so you can keep it brushed out. That's the whole point of me sharing this demo with you guys tonight. You want that coat to be manageable so it never has to be a shave down, so it never has to be, I gotta fix that. My star shower was a fail. You can kind of see it. See it? All right, so that's the reason, Autumn, I like I like to have the balance and the symmetry, and especially with my own dog, because I can take the time I want to groom him. I can make him look the way I want to. If he was on my schedule and I had 3 hours to groom him, unless he was on a schedule coming in here every, say, 4 weeks, I wouldn't be able to do the groom that I did on him that you guys are seeing. I couldn't do that in 3 hours every 6 to 8 weeks on a dog, knowing that that's probably the only time they're getting a bath or even really brushed decently. So that's why I like my dog to look like that. That's why I have him so long. I saw another question here. Sharon said, what comb guard would you use on your doodle? Did I use? Well, you can use whatever comb guard you want, Sharon, depending on how much length you want to leave. On Gus, I do not clip him all over. I do a lot of scissoring and other techniques on him, to especially his legs, his head, and on the nape of his neck. I don't take a guard comb completely all over Gus. I could, you could, and you could choose whatever length you like. I mean, all those combs leave somewhat of length, so it's good. You want your dog to have some type of coat to protect his skin, right? So you could choose, Sharon. It's whatever you want. I typically use a lot with, say, a dog like Gus, the orange one I use a lot, which is a number 1, or the next one up, or the next one up. This is typically what I would use on a doodle. Probably 1 or 2 up, larger from this sometimes, depending on how well the owners can maintain the coat. Let's see, I think I saw another question in here. I love the way you explain things. Thanks, Annie. Yeah, he needed it. I had just groomed Gus 3 weeks ago and done exactly the same things that I showed you today in this demo. And I needed to do it again. He has that much hair. Depending on the length of coat you have on your dog, depends on how often they need to be bathed, brushed, and dried, and possibly coat kinged. And the Coat King is linked in the description. And I do want to tell you guys, the Kenchi is having 20% off today. It's Cyber Monday. I went to their website. I linked it in the description. So a lot of you guys have been asking and wanting those Kenchi brushes. They are 20% off right now. So it will be a good time to get you one today for Cyber Monday. I saw that when I went to their website, so I wanted to make sure that I put that down there for you guys. It looks like a strobe light. Yeah, it did, but it didn't show up on camera. Okay, Debbie Jack says Gus is such a good demo dog. He really is. He's used to it. Most all doodles are wonderful to work with. I will honestly say that. There's not many of them that I had a problem with. Sharon Pippin says hi. Hi, Pippin. That's her beautiful Doberman Pinscher. He is so beautiful. Tegan says, that's Denise. Hi, Tegan. Mary, are you still in here? Didn't you hear me say hello to you, honey? I don't want you to think that I missed you. I didn't. I said hello because I saw you and I love you. Now, Tegan says, Amy, any suggestion for Snowballs? Waffles, who I believe is a Shih Tzu, he is loaded with them after he goes out. Right now, we are just taking warm water and melting them off. Anything that would prevent that. Well, anytime you have dog and coat and they like to play in the snow, you're going to get some snowballs, that's for sure. The best thing is to melt them off. You can just take, when he gets in, you can take a washcloth and wring it in pretty warm to hot water and get it warm. Or you can put it in the microwave wet, just wring it out, put it in the microwave wet for about 45 seconds and get it warm. And then just kind of, you don't want it, you want to feel it, make sure it's not too hot. I know you would do that. I don't even have to tell you that, but it should melt it down. You picking them off, it's just going to drive you crazy, and your dog's probably going to want to start biting them off, and then he's going to start biting his hair. You don't want that. He'll start ripping out hair. But yeah, I would say a wet washcloth is a good idea. Some people go to the extreme of taking a hair dryer and taking their dog into the bathroom. I guess if they really get loaded, you want to get that off of them, then go for it, with a hair dryer and gently just melt it away. But it has to melt off. So, but you don't want to wait for your dog to start ripping it out on his own, because they get annoyed with those snowballs and then they just start ripping out their coat. And I know you have your dogs in some coat and you wouldn't like that. So, oh, Grace, thank you. Hubby says that was Grace that turned my lights on. Grace turned the lights on for us, guys. Okay, and Beverly says, I'm having the same issue, Tegan. Just ordered long sleeve PJs for the dog to cover his legs. Well, there's an option too. If your dog doesn't mind wearing the little PJs and stuff, a lot of dogs love to have, you know, these little sweaters and clothes on because it keeps them warm, makes them feel secure. That's an option too. You know, if it doesn't bother them. Some dogs are like, I don't want anything on me, take it off. We tried to put a shirt on Gus for Thanksgiving and he stood there and cried. He's like, this isn't normal, take it off me. He didn't like it. Okay, so I've seen those, Brenda. Yep. So Tegan says, yep, seen those, thinking about that. What else is going on in here? Oh, Annie. Oh, Mary, there she is. She is with us. CD says, which Kenchi brush do you have? I have the large, and I can use that. I use that on anything like Cocker Spaniels, on Shelties, on bigger dogs. I use it on all of them. I would say if you're a groomer and you're like, well, I don't want to buy all three of them, I want to buy two, I would get the small for Yorkie size and Maltese, Bichon, that type of thing, even mini poodles, and I would get a large. The medium, I'm sure, would be handy. I mean, I can tell you guys, you should probably just buy all three. But if you're buying it for your pet, you're trying to determine what size is your pet. The large is what I use on Cocker Spaniels, on Shelties, on Golden Retrievers, Bernese Mountain Dogs, on Gus. So I would get a large and a small. That's what I would do. They're wonderful brushes, honestly. Raquel says, I'm ordering Miles snowshoes to help with the snowballs. There's all kinds of things out there. If you go onto Amazon, you'd be amazed the products that they have to help with any issue that we're having with our pets as far as, you know, that goes or whatever. And then Country Gal, hello, honey. She said, we use a brush on Maggie and a washcloth. Okay, so they brush it off, and they brush off the snowballs and that get on her. You can break them up with a brush, absolutely, and then a warm washcloth, and they should just start disintegrating off. You know, that's just typically if they're out there for a while. Some dogs won't spend more than 5-10 minutes out there, and then they're like, okay, I want to come back in. And usually in that amount of time, they're not going to get much building up on them. I guess it just depends on if it's a wet, slushy snow or what. Woods Fantastic said, I add a leave-in conditioner for snowballs. That's a good idea. That is a very good idea. Thanks for sharing that. See, guys, this is what we do. We're sharing things and we're benefiting each other. That's a great idea. I love it. Okay, you guys are all awesome, aren't they, Tegan? And Beverly says, I got an email from Kenchi today telling me about the 20% off. Yes, indeed. If you guys have been thinking about getting a Kenchi brush, get it today. It's Cyber Monday. They have sales periodically, and they probably will have another sale before Christmas. I mean, I would hope so, but I can't guarantee it. I know they have show specials too, and you know, but not everybody can be going to the shows. So if you're thinking about getting one, go ahead and get it. I'm just checking on something here on the screen. Okay, we're good. Yes. Okay. So where did my chat go? I don't need that anymore. Get rid of that. Okay. There we go. Raquel says a bristle brush works great for snowballs. Yeah, because it breaks it up. And that's the same with if your dog gets into burrs and briars. Sometimes they get all those little pricklies stuck in them and people panic and don't know how to get them out. A good slicker brush will break them apart, and they'll just start flying out of the coat. You're breaking them apart. You know, people get panicked and they want to cut them out, you know, or pick them out. You can pull the hair, separate it, but a good slicker brush will just kind of disintegrate them, and they fall out and they fly out of the coat. And that would be the same for snow. You know, you could, you know, break it up and it'll just start flying out of the coat. So that's a good thing as a slicker brush. I agree with that, absolutely. Sharon says, schnauzers are great for getting snowballs. Well, that is for sure, because they have a lot of furnishings. Yep, and their coat is fine. They absolutely get a lot of snowballs. There's no doubt about it. Terriers, a lot of silky coated dogs. Anything with a drop coat, I mean, anything with a lot of coat is definitely going to collect those snowballs, and, you know, it's going to be annoying to the dog. And hey, we're getting ready for snowball season, so get ready. It's coming. There's no doubt about it. It's getting cold here too. But the tool, the Coat King, you know, I wanted to tell you guys, you know, this is a tool that you really have to be very confident with when you're using it. You could rip out way too much coat. You really got to get a feel for it. So don't go into using this tool with the idea like this is just gonna, it's not a brush, okay? You have to brush first. This is what I use instead of a brush. This is how I demat my dog. You can work at mats with this tool. Work at those mats carefully. You do not want to pull too much. It will pull the coat. You know, just like when the Furminator came out, all the advertisements were showing all these people, this fur was flying off their dogs, and everybody went bonkers thinking they had to buy this, you know, and it just made me nervous out of the gate, that tool, because I know that it can pull good coat too, but they weren't advertising it that way. They were advertising it in a way that it almost just does the work for you, and that's not true. It will continue to pull and break coat. So tools like this, be very careful of. That's why I've tried to be very mindful to have a lot of videos on my channel about tools like this, how they are wonderful. However, you have to be very comfortable with them, and you have to understand how they work, and you have to use them properly. So I definitely have a lot of videos on my channel about brushes, combs, carding rakes, stuff like that, because I do want you guys to understand the benefit of those tools, but I also want you to understand that you can injure dogs with every single one of those tools. You can injure dogs with any of these tools. So now that I say that, that explains why everybody's afraid to brush their dogs. No, you can do it. You just got to be careful. It's very important. I don't want to scare you guys, because I want you to take care of your coats at home so they can take care of your dogs for. That's what the coat is for. Their coat is to take care of them. If you get a lot of burns, use baby oil. And then they, burrs. I'm sorry, I read that wrong, honey. Baby oil, yes, that's a great tip. Everybody hear that? If you get burrs in your dog's coat, baby oil just helps slide everything right out, or coconut oil would probably be good too, because coconut oil would dissolve and dissipate out of the coat probably a little quicker than the baby oil would. That's a great idea. My phone's going nuts. Okay. Autumn says, I had 2 Shih Tzus before my house fire. Oh, that's terrible. And we called them our abominable snowmen because of the snow. Because of the snow, and I'm going to keep Everest in snow show coat. I'm saying, what kind of dog is he? I have trouble reading this chat. It's very little. That's all. When I blow it up, it messes up my screen. So I'm really sorry, guys, about that. What kind of dog is he? Everest. Did I miss that? Okay, Lizette Callis. Hi, honey. Did you see? I live in, what is that? Austin? AUS. What? My mind's a blank. So won't ask to send anything. Are you out of the country, honey? Oh my goodness. But I'm guessing that you used a mat splitter. Oh, sweet, you remember me? Heck yeah, I remembered you. Did you see that you were the one who made me want to do the demo with the absorber towel, because you're like, okay, let's see this on that big doodle of yours. And I wanted you to know that it does work on all coat types. Works wonderful. Saves you time, money, energy, and space for sure. Space in your shop if you're a groomer. If you're a pet owner, you don't have to deal with big, heavy, soppy towels when you're done with your dog. It's really all you need. If you want to use a towel, lay it down on the grooming table when you're toweling off your dog, just to help absorb anything that drips off. That's about it. I still have towels in my shop that I use for cleanup, or for, like I said, to throw a few towels down on a table if I'm working with the dog so it's more comfortable for them. I'll use the towels for that. Why did it hide your comment? All right. So, yes, Lizette is the reason why I used Gus in this demo, and I appreciate that because that was a good call. She's right. I was like, she's right. If I use it on Gus, she'll understand that it does actually work. So, Silence One says, just missed the Mars brush. Oh, for God's sake. I turned everything off. Sorry. It must be because Cyber Monday. All these notifications are going off and phone calls is crazy. Okay, I'm sorry. Silence One says, just missed the Mars brush. How many teeth are on that one? I knew I should have said so. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Looks like 20. Looks like 20, and I linked it in the description below, guys. The tools are down there. And there's a link for the absorber towel, which I am actually sponsored with that company. And they kind of put together my own little store for that to track my orders. But I really love it. And I love it in the household. You'll see me using this absorber towel quite often, but I'll tell you another good area that it just shines is pet accidents. You know, for our pets at home, it is so absorbent, you know, and then you would throw it right in the washing machine, but you never want to dry it, okay? Australia, oh my goodness, that's awesome. Thank you for joining us from Australia. Oh my gosh. Nova Scotia, oh my goodness, this is great. Silence. Oh, I just love that we are all connecting from all over the place. This blows my mind. I just love it. And Wood's fantastic. Watching from Canada as well. Oh my gosh, this is great. Okay, she's a Shih Tzu. Oh, Autumn. So okay, that's what I asked her what Everest was. God, Amy, you are going international. I know, and I love it. This is super duper. I love it. I can't go to all these places, you know, but here for this one moment in time, we can all be together. It's great. This is great. Okay. And Trish is watching from Erie, PA. Erie, PA is beautiful, girl. I'm in PA too. Okay. Now, Brenda says, people all over the world love Go Groomer. Well, Go Groomer loves people all over the world too. I can assure you of that. And their pets. I just think this is wonderful. So does anybody have any questions on these tools before I give somebody that absorber towel? I'm excited to do that. You know, I'm going to throw the list up there. And Go Groomer husband says, I'm watching from your living room. Oh, that's great. All right. Here is our list of people who are entered, who answered the question correctly when I did the demo. Which demo was that, guys? Now I can't remember off the top of my head. It was a couple weeks ago. It was the one with the Nature's Specialty Sun Guard conditioner, and I threw Gus in there and asked what tools I used to remove all that coat from Gus. And if you guessed it correctly, then you would be entered. You would be one of the persons who entered to win. Hi, Irene. I'm glad you made it too. You would be entered to win the absorber towel. And these are the people that answered correctly. They answered Coat King. Didn't have to be Mars Coat King. The correct answer is Mars Coat King. Looks like my mic is getting goofy again. So sorry. Okay. It's just the clip, that's all. Yeah, he is funny, Beverly. He's a hoot. Right, honey? Okay. So, we have 10 people that are entered to win their very own absorber towel. And I think it's important to say, I've watched demos and stuff online of other people who have tried it. Some people weren't pet groomers. Some people were just asked to review the product and really didn't try to learn anything about it first or how to properly use it, and they were all like, oh, that's dumb, you know, it feels weird. It does feel weird. Look, it's like, it feels like hide. It's like a chamois. You know, it's not a sham. Wow, that was a little more like soft. Can you guys see? I want you to get an idea. It's so hard for me to explain what it's like. But it needs to always be damp. Oh my goodness, Ivana, she's watching from Ireland. Oh, this is, gosh, we are just from all over the place. I'm loving this. Thank you for joining us, all of you. This is great. I keep forgetting what I was talking about. I'm just so consumed with where we're all tuning in from. I think that's just amazing. So, but it's thin, but so absorbent. Our light is not working too good with our shots here. I'm trying to show you guys how. And it does, it's soft. I can say that, it's very soft, but it's so absorbent. Oh my goodness. Use it for cars, for cleaning, for wiping down your showers. Fortunately, the company sent me a ton of them. So I've been using them everywhere because I wanted to let you guys know that they're not just to be used on your dog. However, I will say this. The ones that I use just for my dog and for my pet dogs in the shop are only for dogs. I don't use them on anything else. My cleaning one, I use one for dishes. I dry my dishes with wonderful for dishes. That one is always at my sink. I use one to clean in the bathroom. That's always there. And like I said about the potty accidents, or if somebody spilled something on your carpet or on your floor, that absorber towel is amazing to pull that saturated fluid out of the carpet and the pad. It's great. So it's good to keep for really dirty jobs, to keep one for that. And you can throw them in the washing machine. If they're, use it to clean up your dog's potty accident, throw it in the washing machine. You just never, ever dry it. That's very important. Don't ever dry it, okay? Because it'll shrink and it will break down the fibers and it will not act the same. It won't behave the way it's supposed to behave. So I just want to make sure you guys know that. I know, wasn't that a gorgeous bulldog? I love that bulldog. Oh, you guys are just blowing my mind right now. Okay, Sharon said it was, oh yeah, yes, the bulldog was on the winner's list. And one for your hair. Do you use it? Woods Fanatic. I'm sorry, I said your name wrong the first time. My chat over here is so little. I wish it was bigger. So, Woods Fanatic. Sounds like a real outdoorsy type person. I like you already. Use it for your hair, absolutely. People, in fact, in my demo, I showed a woman drying her hair, pulling the moisture out of her hair. It's absolutely wonderful. You just use it for so many things, guys. We should probably have a little contest just for fun, to maybe to give away the second one that I have for my subscribers, of fantastic ways to use the absorber towel. And then the comment that gets the most likes the following week in the live stream will win the next towel. I think we're going to do something like that. I'll announce it next week what we're going to do. Now, I also want to say this, guys. You notice that these come in this tube. Keep the tube because you want to store it damp, not wet, soaking wet. What you want to do is after you use it and you wash it out and rinse it out, then you roll it up and you squeeze it out and you roll it up and you slide it back in here. And when you squeeze out the water in these puppies, this guy fell on the floor. When you squeeze out the water, they almost start drying right away. Like not crispy dry, but dry. If you hang this up and just let it dry, it will become hard because it acts like a sponge. And that's not to worry. You can then just run it under water again. Oh my gosh, Mary, what are you doing? Mary, super chat, because you work so hard for us. I work hard for you guys. this is great. I'm so glad to be doing this. This is probably one of the biggest things I've ever done in my life, is start this YouTube channel, and can't tell you how important it has become to me. But anyway, what I was saying, thank you, Mary. Jeez Louise, you guys are awesome. You can just run it under water again, and it will go right back to the way that it's supposed to be. You just don't dry it. And if you have a dog that sheds and you've rinsed it out and wrung it out, you could take it outside and just shake it out like you're shaking a rug, and the hair will fly off of it easily. I saw a few other people that tried to use it, and they were improperly using it. And I saw them saying things like, oh, the hair doesn't come out. And I'm like, well, it did for me. It came right out. I don't understand. Maybe they didn't wring it out first or rinse it off. I'm not sure. But yeah, then just use a hand towel for private area. Yeah, you're right. Woods Fanatic. Silence says, do all Furminator shampoos smell terrible? Do you think they do, honey? What is the best coat releasing conditioner? Well, we talked about that a couple weeks ago. This is my favorite. And this one I just did a demo for a couple weeks ago. In fact, it's linked in the description. This is the one that said, oh my gosh, was this Make Your Dog Soft? I think that's the name of the video. This is my favorite conditioner. It's by Nature Specialty. It's called Sun Guard. You dilute it. And in that video, I show you how to dilute it. This is the best conditioner that I have come across. I've used the Furminator shampoos and conditioners, and I liked them, but they're a little more pricey, to be honest with you, and I didn't feel that it was worth the extra cost as compared to some of the other products that are on the market that definitely keep up with it, you know. But that Nature's Specialty Sun Guard conditioner, Silence, is my favorite conditioner, and you can use it on any coat type, but it really shines. Where it really shines is on a double coat when you're trying to de-shed your dog. And I have a video showing you how to de-shed your dog with that. In fact, in that video, I think that's what I was doing. Hello, Lisa. I'm so glad you could join us. It's great to see you. Mary, you're the best. Thank you. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate that. Let's give something away. Let's do it. I'm just so excited. I can't wait to see who gets it, and I want us to talk about it in another dim. Next week, we're going to touch on it just a little bit more, but I have something else that I'm going to share with you guys next week that I'm excited about, which is, you know, I've been using loofahs, as Raquel likes to call them. They're woofahs. But loofahs when I wash dogs. And a lot of people say, why do you use that? Does it really make a difference? What's the benefit? So I decided to put a demo together for you guys, and that's going to be our demo next week. But then we're going to talk a little bit more about the absorber towel, because I think we're going to do something with setting up our next giveaway for the absorber towel, because I want you guys to win that. It's great. Now, if you're a groomer, I should say this real quick before I forget. If you are a groomer, they will sell them to you in packs of 4. And they're the same thing, it's just not rolled up in the tube. Because she said, well, they were finding that most groomers were just throwing the tubes away. They weren't taking the time to just go ahead and store it back in there. They may have just used a Tupperware and stored a couple of them in the Tupperware, or a Ziploc bag, a big Ziploc bag, whichever you prefer. But you don't want to just let them sit out. They'll dry and they'll get hard. Of course, you can just add water, but they recommend that you do it this way. So they do sell them in packs of 4s for groomers, and that's all on their website. And I believe, yeah, my link is in there. So there's a link in the description of this video, guys, if you're interested in going and checking out the absorber towel. I think you really will find many uses for it. So it's time. We're going to switch over. I'm going to do a screen share, okay? And then we're going to give this absorber away. I cannot wait. So I'll see you in like 2 seconds. Okay, I thought I was supposed to show up on there. I don't see my... All right, I don't know. I don't do screen shares too often. Okay, so here is the name picker app. As you can see, it's a Go Groomer subscriber giveaway today. We're giving away the absorber towel What do you want? I'm being stalked.
Well, I was just saying you can also use that for a diaper.
Yeah. Hubby Go Groomer just came down and said you can use the absorber towel for a diaper. No, good answer. Is this Family Feud or what?
Young and old.
Young and old diaper. All right. So you see where it says the winner is. Right below that it says subscriber equals winner. But if you see your name pop up there and you are the winner, then guess what? You are the winner. So I'm going to click the choose button and we're going to see who the program chooses, because I don't like to choose, so I got this program to choose for me, because I don't like to feel like I chose anybody over any of you, because I love all of you. So anyway, choose, go. Bam. It's Blair Garth. She won the absorber towel. That's awesome. So let me come on back here and see you guys. Oh no! So guys, I just we already watched that. That is great! Congratulations, Blair! You are getting this. Now, you do have to be present to win. So Blair, are you in the chat? Are you here? If you are, great answer, Hubby Go Groomer. Don't egg him on, Sharon. Come on. Oh, he's standing here. He's giggling. Now, Blair, you have to be here to win this, honey. That was the other thing with this giveaway, is you have to be in the chat. And if you're not, then I got to go ahead and pick somebody else. So I didn't see Blair in here earlier. So if Blair doesn't speak up here in a second, I'm not sure. I think we might go back and pick another winner. Because you have to be present, winner, right, honey?
Winner, chicken dinner.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Have to be present, absolutely. So we may be going back to that app picker, guys, and pick another winner. Blair, are you here? Blair. All right, we're going back to the screen share. I'll meet you there in a second. I think we are going to pick another winner. So we're still playing. You're still in it to win it, guys. Okay, here we are. I still don't see Blair's in the chat, so I'm gonna hit the choose button again. Drum roll, please. I can't do that. Okay, so here we go. Choose. Mary won it, and it's Mary. MS loves to draw. Let me come on back to you guys. Mary won the absorber towel. And I know Mary's going to use it, and I saw Mary's here. Mary, say, I'm here, yay! Mary's here. Do it, Desiree. You guys are getting crazy tonight. I like that. I like that. See what happens when we have everybody here from all over the world? We just get so excited. So Mary, congratulations. I can't wait to send this to you in your new home. I bet you'll find 100 uses for it if you choose not to use it on your pets. But I think you might like it on the pets. Congrats, Mary, Lise says. Okay, now I know Mary is here because she was just there, yes. Woohoo, Mary. I know, I so thought you were going to win it, Raquel. I was like, Raquel's going to win it. She always wins. And I like Raquel. I don't care if you win everything. But hi, Louis, how are you? So here we go. Mary, I think I have your, you know what? I don't think I have your new address. Maybe I don't. Send me an email, Mary, okay? Woohoo! You were going to buy one. Well, not now, honey. If you like it, maybe you can go buy another one for cleaning or something. But they are wonderful. So, you know what, guys? I was working really hard on the demo, and I didn't put together a showdown for you, but if you want, I can quickly throw an old one up there. Let me put, I don't even have it in here. I have to add it. So let me add it. You guys can probably see all this. Whoa. All right. We're going to add a showdown for you guys. Let me see. Find an oldie but goodie. They never get old. Our showdowns. I love our showdowns. Subscriber showdown video. Where are they at? Gus, you're pushing me. Okay, hold on here. What is... That's not it. Demos. Oh, there, old showdown. I have so much stuff everywhere. I don't know which is which. Why? Oh, hold on. I messed up. Boy, I am just stalling on everything tonight, and I'm so sorry. You're welcome, Mary. I'm so glad you won. All right, hold on. I'm going to do this again. I need media source, media source, media source. I got to give my people a showdown because they love it. Now, where's my showdowns? There they are. Which one's that? November, September 8th. What was this one? August 12th. That sounds like an oldie but goodie. Let's see. What's this one? September 8th. Let's do that one. Stop it. Okay. Oh, I so messed this up trying to put this together for you guys. Oh, look, it's Steven's. Okay, hold on. Don't look. Don't look. Oh, wow. Hold on. Not yet. Not yet. Give me a second. I hammered this so bad, didn't I? Okay. Okay, hold on. Wait. I didn't get to say goodbye to you guys yet. Then I'll put the subscriber showdown on. Thank you guys for coming here from all over the world. All my friends, I love you guys. It means everything. I hope that it's been informative for you, and I'm probably going to turn that demo in that I threw in this live stream into a real video because I just feel like it was very beneficial. But that's going to be down the road, so I'll let you know when that's out there. But I'm so glad to have done it for you, and I hope it was helpful. And if you have any questions, you always know you can email me because my email is in the description of every video, as well as now we have a new question submission form through Google Docs, Google Forms, which is very handy because I get notifications when I get a question there, and I can just go right to it and directly answer it. It's really cool. Thank you, Lexi. Oh, well, you did this time, Mary. I'm so happy you did. So now we're going to leave with that subscriber showdown, guys. Thank you, Penny. It's good to see you. Oh, it's great. This is great. Is this weekly or daily? Oh, honey, it's once a week. Once a week, every Monday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I hope you can join us again, Silence. This was wonderful. Thank you, Debbie. Oh, I hope you enjoyed it. I figured you would like it. Send me questions anytime you want, Debbie. All right, guys, I will see you next week, and have a wonderful week. I hope everybody had a safe holiday and have returned safely, and everybody's gotten back where they need to be safely. And now we're getting back into the swing of things. We're going to start grooming dogs again. So here's our subscriber showdown. I love you guys. Have a good week.